All right, let's break it down. So in this example, as I was saying initially, what I was trying to do was take concepts within the root, C#, and just try to play them kind of over and over again to a degree in as many different spots as I could. So for example, a line like this, you know, I tried to do it like this. Tried to do it as many times as possible. Again, the most important thing to think about is the pentatonic scale, 5 notes. That's all we got. We are doing those 5 notes over and over and over again. So the biggest thing that was going across my mind was, okay, you know, you only have these 5 notes to work with. How can you say something different with them over and over? And what really helped, as we talked about, doing them in slightly different shapes, doing them in different strings all over the guitar. And it really just helps say more. You probably noticed as well, there was a couple points where I might have used the flat 7, 6, the major third, and you know, a little bit of arpeggio use, triads. We'll get into that as well. But there were some cool licks that you can use from this as well. So one of the things I was doing, I tend to do this thing a lot. And what that is essentially an arpeggio. It's, we're going 5, 6, 1, and then chromatic again. 3, 4, sharp, 4, 5. And then we go down. 1, 5, 4, 3. So in context, you can do it here. Another cool lick that is kind of taken off of that was this. It's kind of a 16th note faster run, so I really suggest practicing it slowly. At speed it was this. One more time. And we're doing a lot of sequencing. We're not breaking new ground or anything. Sequencing, if you're not familiar with it, is taking a cluster of notes, playing them, then moving backwards, playing them again, and then moving forwards with another cluster of notes, then moving backwards again and moving forward, therefore creating a sequence. So this line here, there's not too much sequencing, but there is a little bit. We're going flat 7 to 6. One more time. That's the biggest sequence part of them all. One more time at speed. And you can do it all alternate picked if you want. If you're a hybrid picker, you can use your middle finger on the B string. That's all artistic interpretation, so you can choose how you want to do that. Another cool thing that happened near the end there, we did this little Stevie run. What's going on there is we're just outlining the changes. So the last chord of the progression is an F sharp, which is the 4 chord. So what I was doing these 2-note clusters, if you will, of each chord. So on the 4 chord, that's the 3 and the 1. And then we have the 5 and the flat 3 of the root. And then the 4 and the 9, flat 3 and the 1, and then the 2 and the flat 7, and it gives you like this very bluesy kind of. And what you you can do, I mean, if you really want to get into these things, you take a major scale or a pentatonic scale, you play them horizontally, maybe put a third on top, do them in fifths maybe, you know, et cetera, and then you start displacing the string. So rather than going thirds, you can go thirds, but maybe put the third on the bottom, and then the one on here. Again, it's just another idea to break out of the habits you might normally have. But again, this is all about knowing the fretboard. So even something as simple as a major scale or a pentatonic scale, playing that in thirds or in fifths, you need to do that in every key. You need to do that in every string. Leave no area that you can't do that in. And basically, you just want to be fluent, you know? You don't want to have any spot where you don't know how to say what you want to say. You always want to sound like what you're playing is what you're saying, because there's purpose to it, and it's what you believe, and it's what you're hearing in your head. And to do that, we need to be fluent. So hopefully these things help you to get there.